We must let Kristen vent because she is fired up about this.
I thought this was just a wild take. So, of course, I follow Scary Mommy on Instagram, like a lot of people do. And I saw this headline, an estranged grandma encourages other estranged grandparents to, quote unquote, show up to their grandkids' events without being invited. Mm-hmm. You show up because as a grandparent, you have a right to watch your grandkids, even though if your kids are trying to keep you out of the loop. Mm-hmm. So I was like, nah, satire? No, Scary Mommy did the digging into and this should speak volumes. The name of this woman's Instagram handle is @doormat.mom. So she refers to her as a doormat mom. And a lot of her content has to do with that. And one of her latest videos has gone viral. And she is encouraging other grandparents with estranged kids to still show up at the grandkids' events.
If you are a loving grandparent and your estranged adult kids refuse to allow you to see your grandkids, whether it be at the holidays or always, then you find out that those kids are going to be in a Christmas concert and your local don't not show up. Sit in the back if you have to, but take in the joy that comes from watching them perform. You deserve it, and they deserve to know that you're there for them and that you love them and you support them. It sends a strong message to everyone involved, but especially and most importantly, those kids.
So let me just go to the comment section of doormat.mom here and kind of give you the take on what the people were thinking. One, loving grandparents don't have this problem. Next. And that, kids, is why we now have a restraining order against Meemaw. Next, or hear me out. You could say, what work do I need to put in to repair this relationship? But before you ask, give yourself the gift of therapy. Next, surely violating your loved one's boundaries are the best way to spread joy and be involved. Without any information, I'm confident I'm on your kid's side. You deserve it and sends a strong message are lines that clued me into why your kids have boundaries. And that's why my bio mom is on a cannot enter list at my kid's school. And then my favorite is this comment section passes the vibe check. People went in and roasted her. They're like, if you don't have a loving relationship with your kids, and they have created boundaries to where you can't see the grandkids, that's on you, boo.
So, as a guy that comes from family estrangements, I will say there is some gray area, and I think you got to look at it. I don't think you're ever supposed to show up uninvited, right? But I do think that there is some gray area, depending on what the situation is that you do not want to hurt the kids because you're having tension with your parents. They, if it's safe, deserve a relationship with the kids also, and I think that is healthy, but that's a lot of gray area right there.
A lot of gray area. And I think it spoke volumes because, you want to give people the benefit of the doubt. There are two sides to every story. There's actually three. There's her side, there's her kid's side, and there's probably some truth in the middle. However, when you are a mom on social media and your handle is doormat.mom, like you are officially putting your kids on blast on the internet, I'm going to say, you're probably in the wrong on this one.
All right, Bert Show listener Shari here says, hold up, pump the brakes. Maybe Grandma's not entirely wrong here. Hey, Shari, good morning.
Hey, Shari, good morning. So here's why she could be a little right, as long as what you're saying, like you're privately not on the internet. So my kid's dad is not that involved, right? And he makes attempts and then he disappears, and then he makes attempts and he disappears. In my mind, if he would show up to everything, send presents for birthdays, send presents for Christmas, show up, it would rebuild the trust. So sometimes the trust gets broken because of what they have done in the past. And so me personally, I don't care to repair that because I feel like it's just going to happen again. But if he would just show up, I would say, okay, maybe this time he's serious.
Totally agree with you. Totally. And that's why I'm saying there's so much gray area and every situation is so different. I'd say the same thing about parenting as I will about grandparenting. You just can't pick and choose when you want to be a grandparent, right? You can't stick and move. It's not a convenient type thing, right? But I think everybody would agree that in the overall scheme of things, if it's possible, it would be nice for your kids to have a relationship with their grandparents. Sometimes it's just not. Sometimes it's just not.
The Bert Show.